Planetary
All
Judge.
rules of congruence are in place. Good day, ladies, gentlemen, peacekeepers, constables, armed forces, and masters. The following information will power people to stop and correct being bonded slaves globally, which takes place in common law as opinions of jurisdiction. The Federal Postal Court is banning the use of common law. You will learn common law is no law for the governments and any people that are in a trust and duty position or any fiduciary position, and to the peoples all over the world, you are to share this public freedom information broadcast. For my students around the world, make this your own by uploading it onto your YouTube channel, or use your voices to voice over any, or if your father tongues, or be it in your father tongue, you consider to be good. You sharing this will change your world. Yours for use to keep peace and pace with my position as a plenipotentiary judge. Please turn to the common law page of Wikipedia and Barbary Pirates onto and from the Dropbox, as well as my website. The process of bondage. Slavery exists or lives in common law. Common law language is the language of kings and queens' court, whether they are in English or any other languages. In this country, the language is called Queen's English. The general public are not part of the common law language, and or a member of the Queen's Court or King's Court, or for that matter, any other court, but are rather subjects of the common law courts of kings and queens, or to the Crown Corporation. Subject as in subjugated. In another way of saying, you have no claim, no position, no standing, no language, no court of your own. When the general public hear the word commoner, in their innocence, with the tragedy of presumption and assumption, the general public believe it meaning common to themselves. It is not. It is not a common language to you, nor are the customs and excise of that court common to you. What is the saying of the presumption and assumption is the mother of all, and I will leave you to finish that sentence off in your own heads. The phrase commoners are the individuals within their own prospective courts, common to each other and not common to you. For in the case of Queen's English, albeit British English, it is the standard dialect of a English language, as spoken and written in the United Kingdom, a dialect called received punctuations, albeit received pronunciations. Since you are not common to their courts with a common language, with the cipher for the dialect codes in received punctuation, received pronunciation. You are not on a par with them, but bound or disabled. Crippling people and disabling them is cruelty. It is a crime against humanity. For example, when you are called in, summoned in, which means to summons the dead, as in Regina versus Tom Muse, you are entering into the Queen's court as a subject, to be subjugated, fleeced. In passe, subject means no contract claims. Take an other example. When the US Treasury, and not the USA Treasury, summons you in, as in the US Treasury versus Jane Doe, the true meaning and true names are intentionally being concealed, and concealment is foul play. For one, in many pieces of such evidence in place are mortgages, which in passe means death pledge. This is proof of a bonded slave in place. For the origins of death pledges, i.e. mortgages, originated from feudal operating systems, now in your world calling itself mortgages. This process is overseen by a group of judges, themselves puny. The spelling also comes as P-U-I-S-N-E, judges, meaning small in stature. These puny judges are actors working for the feudal systems on a global scale. These bureaucracies, operate in common law. It tries to establish tradition, known as judicial precedent, or judge-made law, or case law. It is the body of precedent created by puny judges and similar quasi-judicial tribunals. Tradition of other courtiers and not laws are not laws, nor the rule of law. People coming together with open minds, open hearts and open hands, with one language, with one word, with one meaning per sentence, on a geometric level playing field, or on a geometric field known as the well of the court, is the start of laws. For those people coming together within the court systems, this is the start of laws. To the general public, I know it can be challenging for the general public to calibrate themselves onto this geometric level plane. To aid you, make that mental orientation, or be it reorientation in conventional language. For this golden age, look up Barbary pirates. Please do. If you need to stop this video when you're on a replay, please do, because you will get an eye-opener, which also takes place in common law. Piracy, ladies and gentlemen, takes place in common law. And what are modern-day pirates? If you do a little search, you will get a lot of information. And I insist that some of you qualify all of these things for yourself by visiting those links in the